Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk all Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, we take a look at Dan's Hobby's version of Armada Jetfire. We get some cool details on Origin Wheeljack from Hasbro's toy designers, and we get a glimpse of toys fusing Transformers with ancient Chinese warriors. Today is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024, and this is episode 573, Transmission.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that's looking for a codename translator. I'm your host Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
Hey, how's it going?
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
Hi there. Let's talk Transformers.
As always, we start the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. Thank you all so much for continuing to support us as we, and help us keep the lights on and help us, keep things going. And we really appreciate that support. Of course, as a Patreon or Donatreon, you get lots of perks, including bonus shows. We've got our regular, semi-regular bonus show, We Like Big Bots. And this week we've got a new episode of We Like Big Bots. It's up right now. It's available. So it should already be, you should have gotten a notification on our Patreon. It's already there. We might have teased it a little bit last week. Daryl, what do we got this week?
Oh boy, it's already up, is it? So I don't have to play a little bit to hide it. So I can just say the name. We're talking about Grimlock. Grimlock is a pretty big bot. He's fun. Lots of different iterations of Grimlock have been made over the years. So there's lots of different toys out there. And I think between Dr. Pants and I, we had a good number of them. So we talk about Grimlock. We show off a bunch of cool figures, and we have some fun with it. Yeah. So if you're a Donatreon, you should be able to watch that now, and it's fun. We talk about Grimlock, and we even mention a few toys that we're pretty sure we own. We just haven't been able to find. When you have very large collections, you can't display absolutely everything all at once. So some things get packed away, and there's definitely a couple versions of Grimlock that we own. We know we have them. We just can't find them.
All right. Well, take a look at all the Grimlocks that they do show on the video. You can check that out on our Patreon. If you are not a Transmissions Donatron, you can sign up at transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that's where you can get access. But yeah, that's the latest episodes. That takes us up to 12 episodes of We Like Big Bots. You can watch all of them on our Patreon page. This week, we've also got a new episode of our Transformers Live Play RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. It's our special. It's not season 3 hasn't started yet, but this is the Rustford Files episode 9. So this is our side story with a different cast of bots in a different, kind of smaller scale adventure on Earth. Same players, but they're all playing different characters. And of course, Mike, our the star and main editor of Empire of Rust, he is now a player and not running this campaign. So it's a fun little side adventure. This episode 9 is called "Do Transformers Dream of Rising Cranes?" If you are, into sci-fi, you might catch the reference. But yeah, you can check that out at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And we will continue this Empire of Rust side story for a few more weeks before we get back into season 3. So enjoy.
Is it
of course, reference? It's not a Portal reference.
Okay.
Sci-fi literature, not video games.
Oh God.
You have to be able to read, Daryl. Sorry.
Those books that don't have pictures.
Then I'm out. Has it been made into a movie?
A few.
Yes, actually it has, but it's not the same title.
Aww.
So, of course, moving on, we've got our exclusive Skybound Transformers #1. That's still available on our website at transmissionspodcast.com/comic. That's cover art by EJ Sue. Of course, you can buy that from us online. We are also, has it gone live yet that you can put in shipping for picking up at TFCon LA?
It by the time people hear this, yes. I think it's live. I just have to double check.
Okay. Yes. So as we mentioned last week, both Daryl and I will be at TFCon LA. So if you do want to buy a copy of our Skybound comic, but you don't want to pay the $5 shipping, you can indicate that you want to pick it up at TFCon LA, and we will hand deliver it to you while you're there. And as a bonus there, if you want to get it signed by the artist EJ Sue, he will be at TFCon LA. So that's a good incentive. Get the comic there, take it right over to his booth and have him sign it. I believe all the comic artists will do signatures for free like they always do. So, get your brand new Transmissions Transformers book signed by the artist. And of course, lastly, we've still got our Toyhax 15% off promo code. For the month of January, the code is BigBot24. Again, that code is BigBot24. And that will give you 15% off all your orders at toyhax.com. If you want to enter the drawing for our January drawing for Toyhax $10 gift code at the end of the month, just send an email to contest@transmissionspodcast.com with a picture and just attach a picture of a Transformer toy you'd like to get some stickers for. Of course, if you are a Donatron, you are automatically entered into the contest every month. So that's another way an easy way to become, to get your entry in. But you can, if you don't want to join become a Donatron, you can still send us an email to enter the contest. So, all right.
I did just check. It is available on the final page that you put in your billing details and everything. There's a TFCon LA pickup option.
All right. So everyone can take advantage of that.
Make Charles have to carry a lot of books.
All right. Let's jump into the toy talk, starting off with HasBlab.
All right. Well, here I thought we were done with HasBlab, but we're still talking about Deathsaurus, and it's because the people in the UK haven't gotten theirs yet. Remember, weeks back we talked about the fact that theirs was going to be delayed until February. Well, they've gotten an email. The UK people, you got to check your email because Hasbro is sending out an email asking you to confirm your shipping address. So get on to Hasbro Pulse and check to make sure you've got the right shipping address in there. I know a lot of you probably went out and did it to make sure that when everyone in North America was checking theirs, but it's your turn now.
As of this past Monday.
Yeah, so if you're waited, you're late. So anyway, let's hope you all did it when the emails went out for the people in North America, because you probably got them as well. But they're checking emails, they're checking mailing addresses. So hopefully you haven't moved since the ones from North America went out. That's it.
All right. Okay, well, let's move on with some quick hits. Okay, starting off, we've got some information from a Chinese company called Tongshifu. They do die-cast statues, and they're doing a bunch of Chinese warrior Transformers copper statues. These look to be primarily for the Chinese market, so I don't know if there's any opportunity to import these anywhere else to other places in the world. Probably that might be a little bit more difficult, but if you are in the Chinese market, these are all available. These look pretty cool. I mean, these I especially like the Megatron figure, but these are all very cool. We've got pictures of Optimus here. It looks like the base designs are based on their evergreen designs, or alternatively the Cyberverse designs, and then they're enhanced with the kind of ancient Chinese warrior stylings. But these all look really cool. Yeah, there's Megatron. This makes me think of like a one of the IDW Evolution Hearts of Steel's comics. So like they only did one of those series that was meant to be like an anthology series with multiple different designs and eras, but they only did the one that was in the 19th century. But if they wanted to do ancient China, this would be these designs would be a cool example here. So these are all pretty big. The Optimus statue is 49 centimeters tall. That's almost that's like close to 2 feet in U.S. Crazy measurements. You got your tape measure out there, Daryl?
I do.
So yeah, 49 centimeters for Optimus Prime. Megatron 42 centimeters. Bumblebee 47
is 16 and a half inches. 49 is almost 19 and a half. So
surprised the Bumblebee is taller than the Megatron statue. That's at 47 centimeters. And then Grimlock is shorty at 31 centimeters. But
again, Grimlock being the only one in alt mode.
Yep.
Yeah. You said these are copper?
Yeah, that's what it says. And they're also yeah. We do have, actually I did look at the website. We do have pricing. They are priced at 5,000 yuan, which is with current exchange rates about $700 a piece. So not cheap, but they are limited to 1,000 units. Limited to 1,000 units each, so they're all numbered too. So I guess pretty cool collector's item with the artificial scarcity there. So yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any availability outside of China, but take a look if you are really interested. Maybe if you have any Chinese friends, they can help you out and help you figure it out. So. But they look really cool.
All right, next up we have a behind the scenes look at Transformers The Last Night Mohawk, the Studio Series core figure. And this is by what's his actual name? King Samlock on Instagram, but
Sam Smith, I believe.
Sam Smith with Hasbro, and just kind of showing how they took the figure from screen to toy. And he said he's a fan of the design. He wasn't a fan of like the Suicide Squad approach to introducing the characters as they did in the movie. But this is really cool. Just going, you see the 3D models and how they kind of, especially with the core class figure, you have to simplify a lot. So how they took it to the more simple form. And then you see the alt mode here. So these are really awesome. I'm happy that they're still doing these. And from the looks of it, they probably have more in the more that they have to do. So check this out. We'll have a link in the show note.
All right. Well, we are going to go to third party now and talk about some fans hobby news. We've got a test shot of their MB-22 Armada Jetfire figure that is coming out, and it's going to be one of the figures that can combine into that like Mega Ultra Optimus Prime. Yeah, so we've got the Optimus out, we've got the Overload out, and we're just waiting on this Jetfire to complete the trifecta of figures that combine into like the Mega Optimus, whatever the hell he's called. So yeah, this thing looks really good. Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely massive. So if you are a collector of these Fans Hobby Armada figures, know that this thing is just going to be absolutely massive. I don't think we even have a price on this thing yet. I'm gonna take a stab at trying to see what we're looking at here on pricing. Fans Hobby. Let's see, just a quick little rundown and see if there's anything on this yet. I don't think so. No, I don't have anything on it. So, but yeah, it's crazy expensive. Like, so yeah. Anyway, it looks good. I can't wait to see everyone start to get theirs in hand. I mean, if you've got the Optimus and the Overload, then you're pot committed at this point. It's you gotta complete the set. But it looks good. So yeah, know that it's on its way.
Okay, and next up in the rumor mill, so from the well-known leaker JT Prime 17 on TFW 2005, we've got some toy listings for upcoming Transformers collaborative projects. So these are the mashup projects we've that Transformers has been doing for several years now. Of course, we've had combining with other 80s properties, combining with movies, combining with Universal Monsters. Now it looks like we're combining with medieval times. So there's three listings here. We're not really sure what they mean. One is a knight, one is Renaissance, and one is Tales. So your guess is as good as mine as to what these three things represent. I don't think this has anything to do with the movie The Last Night from 2017. Looks like these are all mashing up with something else.
That last one is definitely Sonic the Hedgehog. That's, I mean, for sure. I can tell you that Magic the Gathering just recently did a Lord of the Rings set. So I mean, I see these two, Knight and Renaissance, and I think, oh, it wouldn't be that strange for them to throw Lord of the Rings in there because they have a relationship with the Lord of the Rings people right now. Have it go through some of the other brands at Hasbro, but kind of interesting that they're seemingly going with this medieval genre at the time, next.
I'm still holding out hope that Project Knight is a kit. Knight Rider. I mean,
it could be. I mean, that looks cool. That would be awesome.
It's one we've asked for since they started doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like these are three different collaborations.
Yep.
So Renaissance, Lord of the Rings, that would be interesting. I'm not sure where they could go. Like, I mean, a lot of times when they try to make a figure look really human, it doesn't really go well, like the Star Wars stuff. But I don't.
I would love a Knight Rider mashup, but it seems like the trend, like the mashups have always been something that's like has some kind of cross marketing appeal. Like, when they had Ghostbusters and Back to the Future 30th anniversary, that's when they put out those figures. When they had the Top Gun one, that movie was coming out. Jurassic Park had a movie coming out when they did the Jurassic Park mashup. So I haven't heard anything about a Knight Rider revival, unfortunately. So
I just said I'm holding out hope. I'm, it is. I'm not really believing it's going to happen, but we can dream.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I mean, with Knight Rider, you would be able to do the car, and then you could have another Optimus Prime repaint for the truck.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
Mm-hmm. And a Motormaster for the evil truck.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you go. But I don't know. The Tails, like doing a Sonic collaboration just seems like that'd be a lot of fun. You know, you can even tie it into a Blur to go with it.
I mean, that would be cool. Yeah, Blur. You could have a Blur. A Sonic is Blur's headmaster, or a Sonic Transformer versus a Blur. You know, and a race. You know, race to the finish. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It seems like we have to. Yeah, we just have to wait and see. You know, it could be anything. A few years ago, I would have said, "Oh, these companies would never, agree to these mashup things." But at this point, I'm not putting anything, past what they can do, because it seems like people have been a lot more lenient with letting their rights be, letting their like IP rights be borrowed or used for different things. Like, I mean, I never would have thought we got like Street Fighter, Transformers mashups. I mean, they were all repaints of things, but I mean, it still was like something I never thought I'd see. I never thought I'd see uh, Ghostbusters or Top Gun or Jurassic Park or
Who
Back
asked
to the
for
Future.
Universal Monsters?
Yeah, Universal Monsters. Nobody asked for that, but we got that.
I mean, I feel like the more they do, the more brands would be willing to work with them because they see how they're done.
Yeah, it's like guest starring on The Simpsons. Like once it becomes like a prestige thing where every celebrity wants to be a guest voice on The Simpsons. So maybe every company wants to have their property turned into a Transformer.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. We'll see.
All right. Well, next up we have a couple repaints from Dr. Wu. This is for their Prime Commander, which is a teeny tiny G1 Optimus Prime. It's 6 centimeters tall, and they have introduced a Prime Commander Spark Fade version and a Dormant Limited version. And these are with battle damage deco. You can see here the windows are damaged. He has like paint on the arms as if it's like cracked and damaged. And then they have it comes with a clear roller, and they show him here on this bed. I'm not sure if he comes with the bed or not. But here they show a clear roller, and he comes with a clear axe. And the full color Optimus Prime is the regular one, and then the Dormant Limited one is just a grayscale version of the same thing. And he comes with the same stuff, and I think he also comes with the trailer. So I have the original release of this figure, and it is a lot of fun to just fiddle with. It's so tiny, and it's amazing the articulation and the transformation that they pack into this tiny package. So if you haven't gotten one yet, check this out. It's not up for sale yet, but I think the original one was around 40 or $50. So probably in that price range.
All right. Well, up next, we got an upgrade kit, and you know how I love these upgrade kits. This is for Dinobot Snarl, so Studio Series 86, number 19, Dinobot Snarl. And this is from DNA Designs. It's their DK-50 kit. And it's just a couple little pieces that you can get to add on to Snarl to make him, the best Snarl that he can be. This is a kit that's going to add a bunch of different things. It's going to give him a sword, which is nice. None of these Dinobots, these 2 series Dinobots, come with swords. It's going to add some flame pieces so that you can have some flames shoot out of his mouth. It's going to add a bit to add to the legs to kind of close in some gaps that are there. It's going to have some pieces that'll close in some gaps on the backs of the feet, or the bottoms of the feet, I guess, just to close in some more gaps. A lot of gap filling. That's what a lot of these kits do. They just fill in a bunch of gaps. The You can add the flame bits to the sword as well to make the sword look better. Yeah, it's just a bunch of gap filling, and yeah, it just makes it better. It just makes the figure a better figure. The Snarl figure is actually really good to start with, so there's not a lot you're gonna need. But if you're in for these kits, then what DNA does. They produce some really high quality stuff. So I would highly recommend this kind of stuff if you are into, um, you know, cleaning up your figures and filling the gaps.
Okay, next up, we've got some more behind the scenes info from the Hasbro designers. This is for the Origin Wheeljack, and this is from Mark Mayer on his Instagram. He goes and gives a nice little gallery of the picture of the Wheeljack. One thing that I don't think we had seen this before is the blast shield for Wheeljack in his vehicle mode, where they have that the little shield that comes up in the first episode of More Than Meets the Eye, and it looks really cool. It's we also there it is. That's the picture there with the blast shield put up, and it of course we see how Bumblebee fits in the back. We've seen that already. Also has places for the energy conductors that came with Origin Bumblebee. You can fit those on the sides of the back of Wheeljack in van mode. Just a really cool look at this figure, and this is the third figure in their Origin series, where these are all based on designs from that first episode of More Than Meets the Eye. So really cool that we get to see all three of these together. And Mark, is of course he's a big G1 guy, so he loves to show this off to the fans. And these are all nicely scaled, nicely proportioned, very cool figures. So yeah, can't wait to get my Origin Wheeljack. I got Bumblebee and Jazz, so there's a space for a Wheeljack on my shelf here, ready to get them. And hopefully I can still find those energy conductors that came with Origin Bumblebee, so I can put them on on those accessories, since there was no place for them with Bumblebee. So it's nice that they thought of that with Wheeljack.
Cool. All right. Next we have this isn't alt mode, but we have some Transformers One stuff here. It's listings that they're code names, but kind of might give us some idea about what's in the movie. We have these are all prefix Transformers Movie 8. So we have Prime Changer, which I guess would be one of the gimmick features. We have Admiral, Alphabet, and Sergeant. And then Ace, Overlord, or Ace, and then we have Mega Changer, Overlord, Admiral, Ace, Corporal. There's a couple 2-in-1 masks, some Cybertron launchers, Robot Battlers multi-pack, Power Flip Admiral. Like a lot of these, I think, seem like for the younger kids. At some of these, like there's a bunch of one-step changers. Let me see what else. Some good ones here. There's battling figures, racing bot shots, Power Glow, Ace, Energon reveal, OP. So that's obviously probably an Optimus Prime, but it looks like they're going to be going, whole hog with the figures for this animated movie. So I think that bodes well for, they have faith in it. So I'm sure we'll see more information soon. I think the movie comes out this summer, right?
This fall.
This fall. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we'll be seeing stuff probably spring, early summer.
I hope there's a cup in there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, well, you'd think seeing like sergeant and stuff. Usually that they give Cup a sergeant rank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we've got to close out the segment here. We've got the last masterpiece train bot to get an official reveal here, and this is Ginoh, and it is yeah. So we've gotten this is the what is this trying to see here. This is MPG 07. So it was my understanding that you know Raiden only used 6 figures, but I guess there's 7. Um, whatever.
I think this is this might be like a Diaclone repaint of one of them.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, maybe.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So this is the torso area. Yeah. Right. Yes. So yeah. So that's right. You got a different color scheme on the main torso section. So I saw pictures of these and I thought, oh my god, this thing has yellowed terribly. The train looks really super yellowed, but apparently that's the the actual color of this thing. So yeah. I can't get over even looking at this thing. You got a picture of Raiden in combined form there, and I cannot get over how terrible this looks in combined form. I mentioned it on my Twitter. You guys heard about Twitter?
No.
It used to be a social media site, and then it went down the toilet, and now it's called poop. So yeah. Um, anyway, so the I'm dumbfounded how this has become like an acceptable state of of a figure when there are obviously better figures out there. um you know we've talked about it every single time that the masterpiece trains are much better in train form. So that's the only excuse I'm willing to accept at this point, is that they went with the trains, made the trains better, and everything else was secondary. But for their first official masterpiece combiner, I feel like they really dropped the ball on this one. I had real high hopes, and the masterpiece line is really not living up to the name right now for me. Yeah, I feel like they kind of sold out with regards to the train modes, which, to be honest, are top tier. Really are. They are amazing. They look phenomenal. But I cannot get over how terrible the combined mode looks. Yeah.
You got in on the third party Raiden, right?
That's right. Yeah, I
That
did.
looks a lot better.
Just up above my head here.
You would say that combined mode looks a lot better.
Oh yeah, it's very much more streamlined. It looks like a robot, right? It looks like a normal robot combined, made out of trains.
This one looks really busy around the chest area. There's a lot of detail in there that's just, I don't know.
That's my problem with it. Even the little wings on the feet. The original Raiden figure was just clip-on pieces. These little feet pieces are made up of bits of the train, and they look like just folded pieces of trash. I just I it's just not it's not well done. It's not finished. And that's my main issue with it.
Yeah.
I get people wanting to have masterpiece everything. I wish that this looked better. Especially for the first official masterpiece combiner. Anyway, this is not a discussion topic, so I don't want to really go to town on it, but this combiner really let me down.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of priced out of the masterpiece market at this point. I mean, the masterpiece figures seem to have gone up significantly over the last few years, and the quality does not seem to have gone up with the price increases. So, I don't know.
Oh, DJ Ronan says that the folded pieces of trash are optional.
Oh, well, something's got to go there though, because the figure has those little wings on his feet, and if that's the only if there's no other way to put them there, then that's your only option. So, anyway.
All right, well, that's all our toy discussion. So let's move on to trips to the store.
The Transmissions podcast will return after these messages.
Trips to the Store is powered by our friends at TeePublic. You can get all our Transmissions merchandise at our TeePublic store, transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic. You can get cool shirts like the one I'm wearing here, like the one Daryl's wearing. Jeremy, Jeremy's a little embarrassed this week.
I just did the laundry. It's actually in the dryer over there. I'm just
but yeah, you can get all our shirt designs at our TeePublic page. Of course, if you don't want to buy a Transmission shirt, buy any kind of shirt from TeePublic, just use our link, transmissionspodcast.com/TeePublic. If you use our link, we will get credit for any purchases you make. So that helps out the show. And and of course, make sure you take advantage of TeePublic's discounts. They're usually running 35% off sales every month at some point. So
one just ended tonight as we record this, and we had like a bunch of orders that had a bunch of like some of our stuff, but some of just other stuff on TeePublic.
Awesome. Thank you to whoever did that. All right. Let's talk about the stuff we got this week. So Jeremy is out this week. You didn't have anything new. Is that correct?
I got snow. I got like a few feet of snow. So that's been consuming my time.
You should have made it into a transformer. Make it a little ice transformer.
No. I was just concerned about getting it off the driveway.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I've got something that it's actually made up of previous things I've showed off on the show. I put together my core class Dinobots Volcanicus combiner. So here it is.
Hey, finally.
There's all 6 Dinobots there. So you can see them all together. Yeah, I mean, it's a little janky, but he does hang together pretty well. It stands up on its own. He has some articulation. He's got a waist swivel. He's got knees bend a little bit.
Does he hold together well?
Yeah, he holds together pretty well. I mean, they're pretty. I dropped him and he didn't come apart, so it's pretty good. All the pieces, like all the different bits, accessory pieces from the Dinobots are pegged in somewhere. Like even Snarl's sword is is like a little toe on the foot for Snarl. I think I definitely could benefit from that upgrade kit, so I might take a look at that DNA upgrade kit to see if I can get that. But it's fun. It was fun putting it together. Yeah, I mean, I probably Dino King will be nice whenever that comes out. But yeah, I couldn't wait. I had to collect the Dinobots, and I got them. So there it is. Yeah.
All right, cool. Good job.
All right, Daryl.
All right, I'm up, huh?
You. Yep.
Well, for Jeremy, I too got snow. But you merely adopted the snow. I was born in it. I picked up my comics this week, and I got Transformers 4. So there it is. There.
I forgot. I got the comic too. I forgot that.
Nope. Your time has gone, Charles. So I picked up this one. This is cover A, and I got the John Boy Myers cover as well. And I picked up the 1 in 10 as well. I am making this 6-part figure, or this 6-part image. I'm putting this together. So yeah.
Well, then they're going to do another one with the starting at issue 7.
I'm in. I want to point out this book, it continuously is getting spoiled on Reddit. Every day that it is released on Wednesdays, it is getting spoiled. So if you are on Reddit, don't spoil it. And this past week, it was actually leaked early. So some comic book store out there, or some employee for a comic book store, has been getting copies of this thing and putting it on to DTFW 2005 early. So we recorded this thing on last Sunday, and the book was already on TFW 2005. So that's way early. Don't spoil this thing for other people. There was a funny bit in the book that we didn't notice because it was way back in the background.
The cliff jumper thing?
The cliff jumper was pointed out. The double bird flip off was hilarious, and that turned into a bit of a meme on Reddit. So that was interesting to see. But if you haven't seen it, take a good look at the fight scene there when the Autobots kind of come in as backup.
Yeah, but I love the interpretation of Cliff Jumper in this series.
He's fun. Yeah. Anyway, I got one more thing, and I picked this up at my comic book shop when I went to grab my books. I went to see if they got any new figures, and they did. And I was on the fence about getting this thing, and I saw it in person, and I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm picking it up. I got Legacy United Chase.
Oh,
so
neat.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten them out of the box yet, obviously, but I'm pretty interested to check this thing out. So, I think I remember from when they announced it that they said Chase is pretty cool, but you're gonna really like what we do with the mold mate. So something's coming from this that's gonna be cooler than Chase. So I'm interested to see what they do with this. But Chase, the rescue bot, has got a legacy or generations chug figure. And I'm really interested to check this thing out. So, yeah, very cool.
Rescue bots, roll to the rescue.
Yes, Charles. So, yeah, that's what I got. So it was fun. And there you go. I did that with all the snow here.
I actually saw my Walgreens actually had one of those medics figures, and I didn't pick it up. I was in a hurry. Maybe next week I'll have a medics figure.
No. You're in too much of a hurry to grab the figure while you're going out the door.
It's $25 at Walgreens, so I was having to justify it to myself, and I couldn't at the time. I can now because when I checked out, I got a $5 off coupon. So.
Oh, hot damn! There you go.
Oh, there you go. I can justify it at $20.
Yeah, I mean this goes back to our discussion from a few weeks ago about the price of figures going up and up. I mean, $25 for a deluxe.
Yeah, but part of that is the Walgreens tax because they've always charged higher prices for deluxe.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Chase was $27 before taxes. So that's a little pricey, but I'm not really buying a lot of figures right now, so I can kind of justify it. If I was buying like a whole line, then I would be in real trouble.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all our stuff that we got this week. So let's move on with the rest of the show.
We now return to the Transmissions podcast.
All right. Well, we don't have any convention news or feedback this week, so that's going to do it for this episode of Transmissions. As always, at the end of every episode, we give a shout out to our masterpiece donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon, and we really appreciate that. So that's why we give them a mention in every episode of our show. So thank you once again to John 4X11 Good and Demon Tech 82. You guys are awesome. And thank you everyone out there for watching and listening. We will be back again this Friday for Transmissions Alt Mode, where we are doing another comic review because Cobra Commander #1 is out and it's in the Energon universe. I know it's G.I. Joe, but we're going to talk about it. Sorry, Daryl.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. We're doing it.
If anybody out there wants us to stop doing G.I. Joe comic reviews, write in and let us know. And I can use that as ammunition for us to stop.
Or if you want us
Thank you.
keep doing it, torturing Daryl, also let us know.
Just write in and say, yeah, stop. Stop with the G.I. Joe. It's a Transformers show.
We did one comic so far, Daryl. Calm down.
Now we're doing 2. The snowball effect, Charles. It's math.
They're in the Momentum universe. They're Transformers related.
Yep. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Stupid related.
You're stupid related.
It's like being back in grade school. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching and listening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool Transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our Transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.